We are merely days removed from AEW Forbidden Door in London, and we were there, so you're damn straight we're going to talk about it on tonight's episode of Lobcast Wrestling, with me, the voice of reason, Dave Stevens, and my venereal tag team partner, Lee Hazel.
Venereal, as in the disease?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Dave.
You've had some pleasant ones for a few weeks. I thought I'd give you a curveball.
Back to business as usual. We're seriously going to talk about Forbidden Door instead of just spend the next 2 hours talking about Heatwave? I thought we were going to talk about Heatwave.
No, fuck Heatwave. Do you want a review of WWE of NXT Heatwave?
Are you just going to stand up?
I was just going to say fuck Heatwave again. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it was wank.
Because what I seriously thought you were going to do for a second there was you was going to get up, point your ass towards my microphone and fart in it.
Oh, right.
And at that point, you would be buying a new microphone.
That's what I think of Heatwave. There we go.
Mate, I didn't even... As such,
I watched
a lot
it.
Of these things,
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It's not even worth talking about.
People whose opinions I trust told me that it was terrible, so I did not put myself through the misery.
Yeah, no, it won't work. This week's NXT was more entertaining because I had a weird blindfold match, but we might talk about that. But let's talk. Well, we're going to talk about Forbidden Door, but should we have some beer?
Yes.
Have some beer, because it's after the kerfuffle of the last couple of weeks, we discovered that it's going to be your turn this week.
Yes,
so.
It's my turn this week, yes. Because otherwise, you would have done 3 weeks in a row.
Well, don't complain. It's free beer, Lee.
I've had these waiting in the fridge for like the last 2 weeks.
Oh. They've been looking at you every time you open the fridge and drink me.
Yeah, because these are the ones that I got from the brewery outside of the little town that me and you went to a couple of weekends ago to celebrate our mate Chris's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah.
We actually did this last time as well, so I don't know how much that'll mean. But yeah, congratulations, Chris and Hayley. This is the beer. I got myself some chestnut ale, and I got you their lager. This is Nethergate Brewery from Suffolk County.
Nethergate. All right, well, crack them open then, Lee. We've got there is another. Oh, God. All right.
There you go.
Crack me open. Oh, I bet that sounded good on the microphone.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Oh.
Right, I'm going to have a taste of this Nethergate one. Let's have a go. Oh, that is quite nice.
This is lovely. I think it's precisely the sort of thing you don't like, which is why I'm keeping this one to myself. Although you can...
No, I'll have a sip. I'll have a sip of, what is it, Suffolk County?
Yeah, so
chestnut
some chestnut ale, yeah.
Yeah, not my sort of thing. The aftertaste is a bit much. But I am starting... These pale ales are starting to grow on me, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
I'm starting to get a bit used to them.
That's what happens when you have these monthly or bi-monthly sessions with me. Yeah, I sneak them in. I'll get them to you.
To be honest, I don't think anything could be as egregious as that 30p can of Tesco stuff we had the other month.
Which one was that? Was that
I don't even remember what it was called.
Cornish beer?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was like, I'm rattling all over the place. Yeah, as you might be able to tell, I think me and Dave, from the weekend that we've had, from the bank holiday weekend, we're still recovering a little bit, I think.
Yeah, well...
We're old men, we can't bounce back like we used
Sunday
to.
was a long day because we was at the O2 from like 1 o'clock-ish, something like that.
Yep.
And then we spent all bank holiday Monday out with our mates in the drinking...
Once again, Chris and Hayley.
Yeah, we was drinking again. So...
Yeah. In a way, I was not expecting them, because they don't usually drink much at the pub quiz, so when we went out for the entire day, I was not expecting them to drink much at all. And they were pretty much at it the entire night. So
I don't think Hayley was.
Oh, no, not Hayley, maybe not. No, she retired early, but the rest of us...
Yeah, we was all having...
Yeah, we had a good drink.
Chris all having beer up.
Me and you even stayed behind, for another hour after they left. Just sipping beer while our other mate Ringo, who runs the pub quiz that we go to, was getting impatient waiting for us to leave.
So, yeah, it was a long weekend, but a bit of recovery. I mean, catching up on all the wrestling has been a bit of a chore. But, yeah, so we was at Forbidden Door. We've both had I've rewatched the show again at home, so I've seen it live and on the TV because I wanted to compare. You've watched most of the important stuff.
Yeah, I've watched most of the important stuff. The main stuff that I wanted to see was obviously again Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr. I did see the main event, obviously, the tag match and Hangman Page versus MJF, because there were a few things that happened during the live. Us being there, obviously not having the benefit of commentary, but were a little bit confusing. They needed a little bit more context. So, I mainly watched the stuff that would give me greater context to the things that perhaps the live viewer might have had a better understanding of.
Well, so we'll break down the matches, but before I just want to talk about the actual experience of going to watch it in the O2 because we've had the privilege of going to both All-In shows the last couple of years. And I will say, I mean, now going to the first All-In was special. 80,000 people, it was special. And that's one thing the O2 lacks, is like that sense of epicness.
The occasion.
Yeah. So, I mean, especially with that, and then with the second All-In, especially with the the whole Bryan Danielson, like all those people chanting yes and singing the final countdown. But I will say that is the only time from both those shows where the crowd felt as one in unison.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was the biggest difference with this O2 show, is because it was smaller and more intimate.
Yeah,
it felt more like we was as one as a crowd.
Yeah,
and all the chants and the cheers and the stuff were all in unison.
Whereas in England's biggest stadium, a chant may start in one corner of the stadium, and it doesn't actually catch on around the entire thing.
So while the massive crowd and the occasion is great, I think the smaller, more intimate, I would say smaller, it was nearly just shy of 20,000 people in there. But it was, it was a better viewing experience. I mean, our seats, we could see a lot better. We was a lot closer to it. It was, I think it was a lot more.
We didn't need the screen this time, did we?
Yeah, for the as a fan in attendance, I think it was a much more pleasurable experience viewing it.
Yeah, I mean,
even though it lacked the grand occasion,
the grandiosity.
Yeah, I will say that. So it was but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed my day out at the O2.
Oh, absolutely, lovely. Yeah. I mean, and also as well, what makes it,
apart from the queue trying to get in.
Oh yeah, no, the queue trying to get in was
horrendous. Faff there, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, also best thing about the O2. It's only 2 tube stops away from us instead of all the way across the other side of London.
Even though we drove.
Yeah.
But, the wife didn't want to walk.
No.
Or get on the tube.
And who could blame her? Yeah. So
I think we need to talk about the main event first.
Yes, absolutely.
I think because it was fucking awesome.
It was fucking awesome. It was a wild ride.
Let's talk about the main event. So the main event was the Death Riders of Moxley, Claudio, with the Young Bucks and Gabe Kidd versus the weird dream team of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, otherwise known as the Walking Wounded.
Walking Wounded, yeah.
I mean, between them all, you've got Kenny Omega recovering from diverticulitis vertigo and apparently some stuff happening with his knees.
Yeah, you've probably got 2 functioning wrestlers between the 5 of them, you know what I mean?
Kota Ibushi, who hasn't moved properly since 2018. Hiroshi Tanahashi, whose knees... I don't think he has knees anymore.
No.
Will Ospreay, who needs to go and have fusion surgery. And Darby Allin, who... probably in 5 years' time is going to have all 4 of those things wrong with him.
Yeah, I know.
The man bumps like a pinball.
It was, it was a great match. It was a very, very good match.
Yeah. Highlights include gummy bears being used as a weapon.
Gummy bears, forks.
When you're scavenging the streets for the worst weapons that the City of London can provide, you can't go much better than gummy bears.
Yeah, I mean, so should we talk... I mean, because trying to go through the match in. I mean, I know you literally was watching this match as I turned up.
Yeah.
Okay. But to try and go through the match in sequence of as it happened is probably going to be a bit tricky.
I mean, especially when we pride ourselves on no notes.
No notes, yeah.
We are a no notes
so we will
podcast.
talk about some of the main things that happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, a little bit of context. Will Ospreay has decided that he's going to make this match an unsanctioned match because him and half of the wrestlers on his team will not be sanctioned to they aren't medically cleared to compete.
Yeah, they're all
so the match has to be unsanctioned. That's why this is a lights out steel cage match.
Yeah, it was a very first time I've seen a steel cage, and it was a different steel cage to what we're used to. It was more like a ruthless Hell in a Cell cage. It was a bit further away from the ring.
Yeah, it's not as tall as the steel cages you're probably used to, but it does circumnavigate the ring so that there is a lot of space between the cage and the ring itself.
Yeah, which was good because one thing about this match, I criticised WWE's TLC match for this.
Yeah, Matt.
In which case, remember in that match where we had two men in the ring while everyone laid about?
Absolutely, yes.
This kind of did have that
a
bit, but the guys on the outside were doing the odd bits. I mean, there was because watching it live, rewatching it back on telly, it's like I didn't see that. I didn't. So there was a lot of stuff going on. So it weren't as bad as that.
Claudio Castagnoli was doing a lot of work to try and work over the faces while he was on the outside to make it look like
there was a whole bit which. Because I didn't notice it, because I was watching the in-ring stuff when we were live. But on the TV, there was a whole bit with Darby Allin chasing John Moxley around the ring with a kendo stick. Which I didn't see.
Yeah.
And Darby Allin getting handcuffed to John Moxley.
Yeah.
Which I didn't see
live.
Yeah. So, because I think Ness said it to me while we was watching live. I think they're handcuffed, but I didn't see it actually happen. So it wasn't as bad as the TLC match where they literally done nothing.
Yeah.
But there was a lot going on, but there was more of a flow to the match, which the TLC match didn't have. I mean, even though this had a lot of spots,
it had a lot of spots, and the fact that it's got more mobility to it than a match with fairly all healthy competitors. A match with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi should not flow this well, considering that they can't flow very well themselves.
And one thing I did enjoy about this match, even though this was meant to be built up as the the Avengers of all the good guys coming together versus the evil team of them, the Death Riders.
Yeah,
this big storyline that's building up. There was a lot of comedy. In the match.
Yeah. So the Young Bucks. Okay, so the Young Bucks, for a bit more context. They've been going through a bit of a losing streak recently, and they are finding themselves being disrespected by the people they used to call employees when they were EVPs of the company. And so they demanded respect earlier in the day. They told members of the production crew...
Yeah, as part of the pre-show. There was a part of the pre-show, because we could see that on the screen. So part of the pre-show, they demanded the production crew... Put their old music on and get them some weapons in a bag. The type of bag we see where with the thumbtacks and things like that hidden in. So that was a part of the pre-show. So then obviously during the match... Yeah. Do you want to continue?
During the entrances...
during the entrances.
During the entrances, the Young Bucks wanted their old music back. They didn't realise quite how old. They got the music that they originally used on their first appointments on the indie scene in Christian wrestling events, which was Hanson's Bop. It was hilarious.
And to hear 20,000 people singing Bop was a
hell of an experience.
It was.
I almost just choked on my beer remembering it.
It was hilarious. Yep. So we got them coming down to Bop, and then that led on. Since we're on entrances, Will Ospreay's entrance was something very special. To hear all the people singing Ospreay. Yeah,
Ospreay. And Ospreay's own video package was new AEW roster member Alex Winter, who is also Will Ospreay's wife, sharing an extremely heartfelt message about Will, because this is the final match that he's going to be in AEW for quite some time, while he has neck surgery that other people in the wrestling world have had, and when they've come back, it's basically been a coin flip as to whether or not they've been the wrestler that they used to be. Yeah. In fact, probably not even a coin flip. I would say most of them never came back the same. And when you're talking about Will Ospreay, I mean, half of Will Ospreay is probably better than most of the wrestlers on planet Earth right now.
Yeah, I mean, he is probably the best active wrestler at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. So, well, unfortunately, we can't say he's active right now, can we?
Yeah. So that was the entrances, but then we'll go into some of the spots and we'll carry on with the Young Bucks with the silliness. Mm. So the production crew did fill up their bag with some stuff, and then when they poured out what they would assumed would have been thumbtacks, it was gummy bears.
Oh,
which was hilarious.
If anything, it just gave the faces the energy they needed to kick their asses more.
I mean, especially when the crowd gave a gummy bear chant as well. That was quite fun.
Gummy bears, they're flying here and there and everywhere.
That's copyright infringement.
Mm. Oh,
that's owned by Disney. You can't sing that.
Oh no, that is
change
the point,
key.
Actually.
Change the key in a couple of notes.
I don't know how to. I'm not a musician. Did you not hear me sing? Do you think I know about key changes?
You need to do what WCW did with like DDP's music.
So my god,
so it weren't Nirvana.
Oh yeah.
Change 2 notes. But
it smells like complete rip-off.
But yeah, I mean, so let's just go through some of the stuff that happened in this match. I mean, the gummy bears was a good bit of fun.
I mean, we got to talk about this now because otherwise it's just going to be looming large over the rest of the conversation.
We've got to talk about the Falk.
We're going to talk about the Falk.
So, I mean, there was a part of the match where Darby Allin got his ear cut. Mm-hmm. I think he got it was a powerbomb onto a ladder. He cut his ear. So, but then there was an improvised spot where John Moxley decided to get a fork out and just start jamming it into the bloody mess that was Darby Allin's ear.
And it looked absolutely horrific. Now, as we were discussing actually before we started the podcast, it probably wasn't as bad as it looked, because it kind of had that, if you've ever seen the shower scene in Psycho, your mind makes the situation so much worse than it actually is by filling in all the blanks. When you actually take the thing, like, and you watch it with the most logical version of your brain that you can, you're actually seeing that, he's not actually digging into any of Darby's flesh. He's just kind of like splashing it in the blood around.
Yeah, he's just like sticking it in and around his ear, which was already a mess anyway from the previous spot. But it did look gross.
I mean, you could get a nasty infection doing that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, especially considering he stuck the fork in his mouth before sticking it in his ear. Yeah, gross.
Gross shit.
I mean, so that was one of the great spots. Then we had a really fun, another comedy spot with Hiroshi Tanahashi, who was about to climb a ladder. He's about to climb a ladder, and then the faces all stopped him.
Yes. And when the faces in question are Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay,
stopping him,
have murdered themselves multiple times wrestling matches, you know what Tanahashi was about to do was a bad idea.
Yeah, so they stopped him, and then immediately after, Will Ospreay climbed the cage and did one of the most beautiful moonsaults off the cage.
Oh my god, you could not have painted a better picture than he created.
It was a beautiful moonsault.
Oh, also, the point where Hiroshi Tanahashi went, in quotation marks, running towards a barbed wire ridden table, but he does the spot where he stops right before it and then waves his arms around to show that he's losing balance, except for the fact that I think the fastest he got in that spot was about 2 miles per hour.
Yeah. It was so good. Yeah, I mean, Hiroshi Tanahashi was really good. He had a really good spot where he was alone in the ring with all the heels, and he was fighting them all off. Yeah. It was a really good spot.
He also, we're not going to talk about this match in perfect order because we don't have that kind of recollection and we ain't written anything down.
We're old.
But Hiroshi Tanahashi, in his final appearance
in England,
in England, in an English professional wrestling ring, got the pin and won the day with a high fly flow.
Yeah, that was a really good feel-good moment as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a really feel-good moment.
And then all the faces basically, they got up, they shook hands with each other, they had a really awesome time. And Will Ospreay being the person who we're not going to see again until I really hope,
You are glossing over the big table bump as well.
Oh, the big table bump, right? Yeah, no, we'll come back to the finish.
We had a big table bump where Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin went flying off the top of the cage through like 4 tables.
Yeah, and they almost overshot it as well. Gabe Kidd looked like he did not have a nice time.
To see a bump like that in person,
yeah,
was really special.
Absolutely.
As a live,
yeah.
I mean, it looked great on TV watching it back, but I mean, watching that live, was great. I mean, watching this cage match live,
and we weren't even on the right side of the cage to see it properly. Not really. We had to see it through like 2 layers of steel mesh.
Yeah. We was kind of like viewing it through the corner of the cage, weren't we? So we had a bit like the top of the cage blocking some of it, but it was just. We did have good seats.
We had great seats.
It was such a good match. Yeah. It really was. It was the perfect mix of like this. It was weird because this serious storyline going on, as I said before, blended with the comedy in there.
Yeah.
It had a weird like house show feel to the match.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There was an element in this of just, hey, let's see how crazy we can get. Let's see what we can do. Let's just show the people who brought their tickets a bloody good time.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was a bloody good time. It was good fun.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, Jim Cornette is probably going to not like this. But, I mean, it depends how serious are you about your wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I mentioned to you earlier, there was a blindfold match on NXT last night.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a bloody good bit of fun.
Yeah.
It was probably the most ridiculous thing I've seen. It weren't great. It was fun. But this main event, I mean, I enjoy a bit of carnage. I enjoyed some comedy wrestling. This was just all round good fun. There was a great energy in that building.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this was at the end of like 4 or 5 hours of other wrestling, and the crowd were well up for it.
Oh, London does not disappoint.
No, I mean, I did hit a wall.
Yeah,
at like about 4 hours in, well, I was a bit tired, but
I
was there for
food as well. Like
I was there for these matches.
Yeah, so. We weren't going to pay like 14 quid for 4 bland chicken nuggets and some unsalted chips.
Apparently, according to I was listening to Wrestle Talk.
Oh yeah,
and Luke Owen said that those chicken nuggets and chips and a beer was £25. So I'm glad I did not.
Yeah.
That makes my shitty McDonald's we had on the way home seem like great value.
I mean, my shitty McDonald's was like...
And that was the worst McDonald's I've ever had on the way home.
In-shittification is a real thing across all industries right now.
Deptford McDonald's, you can go fuck yourselves. That's what I say.
Oh.
It is Deptford, isn't it?
It was Deptford.
Deptford McDonald's, you can fuck off. Your McDonald's was wank. Right, should we get into the rest of the show then? Because that was the main event. I say that was the main event. It was an unsanctioned match. So technically, now we're going to talk about the actual show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because technically, that weren't part of the show.
Oh, yeah, because Bryan Danielson decided to excuse himself from the unsanctioned match because he didn't want to participate in something that wasn't...
well, it was personal reasons, wasn't it?
It was personal reasons.
Because he's obviously got history with the thing.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll quickly gloss over the pre-show, because... Right, so the first match, we had the Paragon, El Desperado... How's that name? Yuya... I can't pronounce that one, Lee.
No, I can't, no.
I want to try. I'm going to butcher this. Is it Yuya Umura?
I think that's as close as we're going to get.
Taking on the Crew and the Don Callis family of Cesaro and Jonas Alexander. We missed half of this because we were still getting in the building live.
Yeah,
I watched it back. It was all right.
Yeah,
it was all right.
I mean, like that, and that was the thing. Like
actually, we saw the best bits of it.
Yeah,
we got our seats by the best bits of it. It was all right.
Absolutely.
Don't really care. To be fair.
Gates of Agony was next, and Ricochet against Jet Speed, Michael Oku. Michael Oku took an absolutely horrendous looking bump. Oh. We didn't even see the bump because we were on the other side of the ring.
Yeah, we was on the other side. And we just saw him disappear. Yeah. And Speedball Mike Bailey was in this match as well.
I did say Jet Speed.
No, you just said Kevin Knight. I'm sure you just said Kevin Knight.
Did I just say Kevin Knight? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't hate on Speedball Mike Bailey, my favourite wrestler. No, I jest. I enjoy Speedball Mike Bailey in the tag matches. I just don't like his single stuff. But yes, as you were saying, Michael Oku was basically, what was it, the pounce? Is what you would call it. He took the pounce, but he went over the top rope and just directly to the floor. Yeah. No one there to catch him. It was nasty.
Yeah, it looked like he had done. He was trying to do a full flip, but by the time he had disappeared, he looked like his head was just headed
Yeah,
directly for
it
the
looked
mat.
naughty. I mean, again, it was all right. This was a bit of fun because we had the crowd
It was
a lot of the bald jokes and stuff with the head slapping on Ricochet, just silliness.
Yeah, and everyone that spot was it did the thing it was designed to do, which was to get everybody behind Michael Oku, which everybody was.
Yeah, it was good.
Everybody enjoyed that. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And then my highlight for the pre-show next, because I hadn't seen it, because half these girls.
We've never seen them live.
Yeah, we never seen them live, really. So we had the Triangle of Madness and Megan Bain against Harley Cameron, Statlander, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale. And this was nice because we'd never seen Chris Statlander before and stuff, and we'd never seen Sky Blue.
No, I've never seen Sky Blue. I've not seen Julia Hart.
Well, we've seen Julia Hart. Julia Hart came out with the House of Black.
Oh yeah, but we
haven't seen her wrestle. So so it was nice to actually see these girls wrestle because they weren't at the 2 All-In shows.
Yeah, Harley Cameron is an absolute force of nature. Willow Nightingale is right. Okay, we've gotten the whole let's start concentrating on getting Willow Nightingale belted up. I don't care who it is. I don't care which one it is. Just get her a fucking belt. Yeah,
I think she deserves it. She's one of the best things women's wrestling wise on the show, really.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, and Chris Statler. I mean, to be honest, all these girls put on a great show, and they always do a good. They're always good whenever they're on TV. All these girls. I think the women's division is starting to actually get quite good in AEW TV wise.
Yeah. Oh, and
and we've still got people coming back. Like we had a returning.
We had a return. Well, actually, let's contextualise this. Yeah.
Yes, because we had this match, and during this match, we had Queen Aminata and Thekla disappeared fighting, and then the match continued and finished, and they just disappeared. And then halfway through the pay-per-view, their brawl came sprawling back out down the ramp, to which we had the rest of the Triangle of Madness interfere.
Yep. So it'll be 3-on-1 to Queen Aminata.
Only for a returning Jamie Hayter to arrive and
even up the odds. Yeah. And the crowd went absolutely nuts.
Massive pop.
It's actually a bit of a shame that for the second year running, she's only able to be on an English show. It's over.
She made her return last year.
Yeah.
Was there for a few months, then got injured again.
Yep.
And now she's making another return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so hopefully she can stay fit and healthy, because that was she's another great woman who was great champion.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hopefully she will be ready in time for the Manchester and Cardiff shows that are going to be happening later in the year, which we actually found out the Collision show probably going to be running at the same time as the Saturday night's main event that will contain John Cena's last ever match. Well, before we move on, actually, one thing I've got to say about Thekla and Queen Aminata, I love how they turned what was effectively this incredibly negative story that was being spread around about how I can't remember who it was.
One of them was being a bit stiff.
One of them was being stiff and the other one didn't like it, so they had a bit of argy-bargy backstage. They have turned that into a forever feud between the two of them that has done nothing but elevate the pair of them in my mind. Yeah. And the last thing that Queen Aminata done before the Triangle of Madness came down to help Thekla was give Thekla an almighty headbutt that is one of the grossest things on this entire show, that also involved someone getting stabbed in the ear with a fork.
Yeah.
That headbutt was immense. It was Shibata levels of evil.
Yeah. It was good. And just to round off the pre-show jabber, we had the Ops defending their titles against Bullet Club War Dogs.
Yes.
Which was a fun match. I don't really know the Bullet Club War Dogs too well.
No, I enjoyed watching the work of Clark Connors and Robbie X, otherwise known as Robbie Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Gado was with them.
Yeah, Gado. Don't you remember? He had a spot.
Do you know what I've done? Do you know what I've fucking done there? I have misread Gado as Grado.
Oh, okay. You thought it was Grado.
Yeah.
No,
for a second
Gado.
there, I thought it said Grado. I was going to be like, I completely missed Grado on this show. What the hell happened there? Yeah.
Gado. He took a nut shot, which was quite fun.
I still need to see the collision where Grado made an appearance, because apparently he came out to Madonna. So I really need to see that.
I've not seen him come out on Collision.
Did he not come out on Collision?
No.
Yeah. I thought he did.
That probably was not televised then, because
okay.
that probably would have cost a lot of money for him to come out to Madonna, I would have thought, because she don't license that song out very much.
No.
I remember the interviews with the old Deadpool movie, because they had to go and convince her to license the song out. So, but yeah, so should we get into the actual show?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first match was something I've been wanting to see probably since I was a teenager, because when I started going to wrestling, I think they'd already split up by this point.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland and Christian Cage taking on Killswitch, aka Luchasaurus, and Kip Sabian, which was another one. Nice to see Kip Sabian on a card.
Nice to see Kip Sabian, on a
British card,
yeah.
Yeah.
The first ever winner of the first ever AEW singles match.
Yeah.
And that was
his first,
what feels like a lifetime ago now, when AEW thought it was going to be one kind of company, it turned into a completely different kind of company.
It did. But yeah, this was good. I mean, so this started off with Adam Copeland's entrance.
Yep.
And oh my God, to just be there singing that when the music went off. When the music went off and we were singing it a cappella, Adam Copeland's entrance. So that was something special.
I was determined that we weren't going to let the Aussies run away with it this year.
Yeah.
After they did it in the Grand Slam.
No, well, I mean, because you haven't watched this one back on the TV.
Oh, okay.
It sounds better on the TV than it did.
Does it sound better on the TV?
Even better
That's
on the
good.
TV. It was good. So
it also taught me I need to brush up on the lyrics, because I don't quite know all of the lyrics on this one.
Oh, I do. Because I videotaped it.
Yeah.
And I showed it to the Litland. And all you can hear is me singing very badly, because obviously I'd had a few beers at that point and my voice was going. So you can't hear the music. You can just hear me singing it. I'll show you it after. It's awful.
Well, shall I say we'll stitch that to the back of the podcast?
What the audio?
Yeah.
No, never. That stays.
It's going to be the next show.
What, just me singing?
Oh no! Well, I'll tell you what, Dave. We'll make that the intro music. No one's going to copyright claim it.
No one would dare. God.
No one's going to get their fingerprints on that train crash.
Well, should we actually review the match itself? It was good. It was a good, fun match.
I really like this. I really love the stuff that Edge particular. Just going to call him Edge.
Yeah, just call him Edge.
I really love the stuff that Edge was bringing in particular to this match. Just that wily, old veteranness. Like, he's in his proper old man Copeland era. And this is the thing. This is not Edge and Christian. It really isn't.
No.
It is Cope and Cage.
Yeah.
These are two characters who are worlds away from the tag team that they were in 2003. And that's a really good thing, because if you look back at the work of Edge and Christian, that is a young man's tag team. They reek of awesomeness. For the benefit of those with flash photography, we're going to do a 5-second pose. The ridiculous sunglasses they were wearing. Yeah. It was youth.
I mean, maybe they might get to that sort of place going down the line, but I'm liking what they're doing now, and I'm hoping it I'm intrigued to watch the journey of them get to that place.
Yeah.
Rather than them I'm just glad they didn't just go,
out of it.
Christian just become a face, and
Absolutely,
I'm glad that we had face Copeland and heel Christian Cage teaming together.
But as well, they look age appropriate.
Yeah.
They're not like, the Midnight Express, when the Midnight Express still try to look like they are as young as they were when they were 21 years old.
I mean, they were trying. Some of the stuff they were doing is still. I mean, we had all the classics, especially from Christian. A lot of Christians moves. We had a nice spear to Killswitch, taking him to the outside just before the finish.
Yeah. And one of the moves that I've always wanted to see live, very simple thing, just when Christian Cage has him dangling over the middle rope and he stands on them. What an epic, aura-filled manoeuvre that is. I've always thought that was really great, yeah.
Yeah, this was a very good match to kick off the show. Especially, I think having Adam Copeland come out and being serenaded by the crowd is the perfect way to start your pay-per-view.
That is the opener that you want for...
Yeah, that set the tone. That set the tone for the crowd. Yeah. Listening to it back on the TV as well, you can tell this. We were loud all night. I nearly lost my voice by the next day. I couldn't talk properly. So I mean, it was a great match. It was good. Then we had coming off of that, we had Kyle Fletcher taking on Hiromu Takahashi.
Hiromu Takahashi, yes.
Did I say that wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hiromu Takahashi.
I thought you was correcting me.
No, you said it exactly. Yeah.
I
was just saying yes.
I mean, I've only had one beer. I'm not slurring my words yet.
I repeated it because I was like, yes, Dave, you have
that is the name.
As far as I know, because I've just heard other Americans and British people say it, I've never actually heard him.
Hiromu Takahashi.
Yes. Probably the most Forbidden Door-y of all of the Forbidden Door matches on tonight.
Yeah.
The only one with an active AEW wrestler versus an active New Japan pro wrestler in a singles match.
Yeah,
At least as far as the men are concerned. Actually, now that I look at it,
we did have others, but I mean, I think you'll probably find as well, but it's because Hiromu Takahashi is, because obviously we've got other people from New Japan on the show, but Hiromu Takahashi is a Japanese wrestler.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it felt more, because he is a tradition, what we would associate New Japan with.
Yeah.
We've had Zack Sabre Jr. on the card. We've got one of the girls from Stardom who's actually a German girl, so it's not even a Yoshi wrestler. So yeah, I understand what you're saying now. But yeah, this was a good fun match. Exactly what you would expect from these two, really. I mean, most of the matches on this card went about 15 minutes or so, and yeah, so it was just, I mean, that's the thing about this card. I mean, I enjoyed all the matches, but there's not, I mean, I don't think there's many match of the year contenders on here.
No.
But it was just a good, solid, fun card.
This is AEW's. It doesn't, like we were saying before, didn't have the occasion of the previous All-Ins, but it also did not have a Chris Jericho stinker match. It didn't have.
There was nothing. There was, like we were saying, where's the piss break match?
Yeah.
There wasn't one.
No.
There wasn't a piss break match.
We had to basically say.
Actually, I mean, I can't remember. I remember going to piss at one point.
And I think it was during the Hurt Syndicate's entrance.
Possibly.
Because you're not a big fan of We Hurt People.
No, but I did get back to actually see them entrance. So I probably managed to go by the thing. But yeah, so, I mean, I didn't go. I once I started watching this, I think I went the once and never got up again. None of us did we? No. We sat and watched everything.
Well, one of the reasons is because
unlike previous, we stopped drinking.
Yeah, we stopped drinking. Yeah, and we didn't eat. So.
Good solid match. That's all I can really say about that.
AEW's most consistent pay-per-view so far, I think.
Yeah.
Not its best, but definitely its most consistent.
And I think that's what sums up Kyle Fletcher, because he's been one of the most consistent people on TV as well of late. Yeah. And this was a good fun match.
Yeah. And one of the, I would say, one of the most athletic on the show as well. Yeah. I was worried about Takahashi because he's, like, we were saying earlier, he's had quite a few injuries like everybody else of his generation.
Yeah, and he's had some serious injuries.
Yeah, he's had some serious injuries. But here, you could not tell.
No, he was good. He was good. And then we went on to the four-way match for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné defending her title. She actually defended it against Alex Windsor, Bozilla, and Persephone. And so, to be honest, I'd never really heard of the Bozilla or Persephone before. Nope. Highly impressed with those two.
Massively.
This was one of my favourite matches on the show, actually. Yeah. This was really good. I mean, we had obviously the crowd favourite, Alex Windsor. Oh, I'd never get tired of shouting that.
Oh, you don't, do you? It's perfect. It's the best catchphrase.
Windsor! I could just do it for the next 20 minutes. Windsor! Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, and Mercedes Moné entrance. Yeah. She was accompanied by 8 beefeaters.
No, not beefeaters. Royal
Guards, sorry, my apologies. I should know
You're
that.
British. Why did I say beefeaters? Americans for that.
Why did I say beefeaters? Royal Guards, I know one. The ones with the bearskin hats. Yeah, it's like fucking beefeaters have got like the Tudor hats.
Yeah.
The Tower of London.
The beefeaters are a different thing. We're not getting angry at the Americans.
I've got to give you my London card back.
I was going to say, when the Americans get that wrong, like they say, they get really pissy when we get that wrong. No, we are just informing you that you are incorrect. We understand.
I'd slap on the wrist for Dave. Yes, God. But but she was accompanied by 8 of them, all holding one of her titles, which I thought was a really good entrance. That was good fun. And then we got into the match itself, And yeah, I mean, I was very shocked that Alex Windsor didn't win.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be the feel-good
British
title win for a show that didn't really have hardly any title changes.
No.
Well, actually, they shocked later on, but we'll talk to that because I was shocked with that one. But but these two, I mean, Alex Windsor, I've been impressed with since he joined. Mercedes Moné is always great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Always, she's probably. I mean, arguably, it's a between her and.
Did we actually explain after we got so wrapped up in what a Royal Guard was? Did we actually explain what the Royal Guards were doing?
They carried her belts down. I'm sure I said that.
Oh, did you
they
say
carried her other
yeah.
belts?
So one belt per Royal Guard,
Yes,
and there was about a dozen of them.
There was 8 of them.
Yeah. Oh, there was 8 of them.
Because
Yeah.
she's got 9 belts. There was 8 of them.
And she obviously carried the one she was defending, down to the ring herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, as I say, Mercedes Moné is arguably a coin flip really between her and Toni Storm as to who's probably the best women's wrestler, all-round wrestler at the moment.
And also, I have no idea now which one is going to lose their title first.
Yeah, no.
Because the fact that Mercedes did not
I'm
lose
very
it,
shocked.
I thought that we were going to get another change in the latter part of this show.
But I mean, what I was really impressed with was these other 2 girls, Bozilla and Persephone. I mean, apparently this Bozilla has only been wrestling for about 3 years.
She's 21 years old.
Yeah, and she's German, was it?
Yeah, German. Yeah.
German. She wrestles in Stardom. I don't think she'll be wrestling in Stardom after that contract expires. I'm just putting that out there.
Someone is going to be cutting some very big checks for
someone.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to sign that Persephone either. I thought she was really good.
I thought, look, all of these competitors, fantastic.
This was,
yeah. I can't.
I mean, I was impressed with these as much as I was impressed with like Stephanie Verkern last year's Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah.
Like, these were great.
Like Bozilla. Imagining her versus Megan Bain. Oh my God, that would be.
Yeah, but even her against a lot of the smaller girls, especially some of the girls that can do a lot more flippy stuff. You know,
because Bozilla's role in this match
was the giant. Yeah, she was the giant, weren't she?
And she was getting all the momentum constantly, and the whole match was basically about which one of the other 3 competitors is going to cut her down this time after she keeps getting knocked down but then gets back up and starts wrecking shop again.
This was another good, solid, fun match.
Yeah, and you know,
it really was.
I know that a lot of people are a bit pissed off with the 4-way trope that the women's division always gets lumbered with, but frankly, if they maintain this quality, I'll be a lot less mad about it.
Yeah, but I mean, people can moan about that, but I got to see 4 fantastic women's wrestlers.
That's absolutely.
You know, I got to see. You know, on this whole card, I got to see like 15 womenens wrestlers.
Yeah,
all fantastic. I got to see 15 women's wrestlers.
Yeah, and there's not a bad one amongst them, really.
And not one of them are crap. They're all good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, and considering we only get this once a year, really. You know, they come into the rest of the bit later on in the year. They're coming back, but you know, up until now, we've only had this 3 times.
Yeah,
and I got to see 15 of like their best. You know, so, and then we had
fucking in the bushes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
You don't know what I mean by that?
No, I don't. Would you like to care to explain before I...
That's Nigel McGuinness's theme music.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the opening track on the Standing on the Shoulders of Giants album from Oasis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his coming out music.
What, that he's got now, or is it...
Well, that he because, you know, considering he only wrestles twice a year.
I know he came out to Oasis. Did he come out to Oasis today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
obviously I'm not a big Oasis.
That's the Oasis track that he comes out to. It's called "Fucking in the Bushes."
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for that Britpop lesson, Lee.
there's your short, Dave.
There's my short. God, I wasn't a big Oasis fan back in the day. To be fair, mate.
I wouldn't expect you to be. You were too busy with Iron Maiden.
I was more heavy metal. All the other kids were.
You were Slipknot and...
they was either listening to garage music or that, or fucking Blur. Park Life. You know, something like that.
Hey, don't with Phil Daniels, man. That's my karaoke go-to.
It's not bad karaoke song. Shall we get on to the match then?
Yes, absolutely. So Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I will say with this match, I mean, why I like this type of wrestling, you like this type of wrestling. I loved watching it. I do have to say, this one translated a lot better on television.
Yeah, no, actually, I will. And don't get me wrong, just being in the room with these two guys going at it, this dream match, and it is a dream
because
match.
I did notice in the building this one was a bit quieter than
Yeah.
but then this one was very technical, very slow, but it wasn't high. There was no high spots or flips and jumps.
Some matches make you yell out from the top of your lungs, whereas other matches have you on your edge of your seat, leaning forward, squinting your eyes to try and see what the intricacies of what these two people are doing.
this was a technical masterclass, and it was lovely to watch this back on television with Bryan Danielson's commentary.
Yes,
who I have to say, I will make a note now. Bryan Danielson on commentary is fantastic.
Yeah.
I would love to hear more Bryan Danielson commentary. I think he is fantastic and very well suited to it.
Yeah, I am. People keep saying that. I don't think you should bring him out every single event. He shouldn't be, like somebody who's on Dynamite every week. And to you, I say,
no, put him on. I'd listen to him all the time,
every single time. I genuinely think, one of the things that AEW has done is it's actually showcased the future of commentary. Matt Menard, Chris Jericho is excellent on commentary.
Yeah.
A couple of other people. Yeah, this is probably the biggest jump in quality between WWE and AEW is the commentary for me.
Oh yeah,
Easily the biggest jump
I fucking hate the commentary on WWE.
Oh my god!
I prefer listening to Booker T of all the commentators just because he's ridiculous and funny.
I genuinely started when we first started doing this, and we were like, right, we're going to watch everything. We're going to watch all of WWE. I had to switch to Spanish language commentary a couple of times just because I could not stand hearing it.
The best commentary on WWE is the NXT commentators. I think Corey Graves and Booker T are really.
And how the hell
together.
Corey Graves got passed over all of those times? Just criminal, absolutely criminal.
But anyway, to sum up this match,
tangents.
Let's talk about this match because this was just technical wrestling at its finest.
Absolutely,
absolute finest.
Right, and one of the other things that happened before this match is that the video that played before it was Nigel McGuinness meeting British wrestling legend Johnny Saint, one of the finest technical wrestlers on the planet. Genuinely, go watch his old matches on World of Sport on YouTube if you want to see what I mean. It is artistry at work.
I mean, in fact, now you mentioned it, that's what this was. This was a World of Sport match.
Yes,
that's what this was. If you grew up obviously you've got to be quite a bit older than us to remember World of Sport. But I mean, if you do, that's what this was. This was a classic throwback to that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even more so than because obviously we've seen in recent years Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson, which I think was fantastic, and Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson. And I think maybe the Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. is probably better matches.
Yeah.
I think it's better. But this was this.
It was a content. It was my top 3 for the match.
Yeah, but this was definitely World of Sport.
Yeah,
like from start to finish. Yeah. There wasn't no ridiculous silliness at all.
And the best thing about it is that they always were trying to outdo one another.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. manages to wriggle out of Nigel McGuinness's headlock and get him in his own headlock. Nigel McGuinness finds an even cleverer way to get out of that one. Yeah, and that was good. Rinse and repeat the entire way through in a way that you are never getting bored of it.
I mean, I think in ring wise, probably the best wrestling match on the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Easily the best.
There's no competition.
I mean, I don't think you'll find what I would class as wrestling as opposed to sports entertainment. Yeah. This was a wrestling match and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then we followed it up with
Brodido. versus the Hurt Syndicate and FTR for AEW's World Tag Team Championship.
And straight off the bat, I'm going to say I was surprised with the result of this. I thought this was going to be an FTR win to then follow on to feud with Cope and Cage.
Which, now that I think about it, so many people have said that, I think that the Cope and Cage and FTR thing needs the AEW World Team
it doesn't. I just would have liked to have seen Cope and Cage as champions at some point. Though.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like that as well. I don't think it's going to happen at the next pay-per-view.
But then, if we're going to get a slow face turn from Christian Cage, then and they're going to slowly build to that, then we can have the title win then.
Keep talking for a second, because I'm just going to see a little something.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to put the Cope and Cage on the titles on them in the future, I think you want to do that once Christian turns heel. Turns face, rather.
Okay,
so I think that's what you want to do.
I have just seen something. I got hit with a little inspiration. I've looked something up.
Yep.
The CMLL anniversary show is going to be on September the 19th, 2025, just before All Out. And I think that's the reason why Bandido has just won the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
Probably to take it to
because, they can take it to the CMLL anniversary show, maybe even against FTR, and lose it there.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I mean, this was a fun match. This was a great match. There was it was weird because there was a bit of a wonky ending from what we saw in the venue, but watching it back, it didn't look as, like the pin looked a bit wonky. It looked like there was a weird, from where we were sitting, it looked like he counted to 2, then just started counting again.
Yeah. So what effectively looked like it happened is that either Bandido thought that the ref counted to 3 and got up,
or he just, his momentum just rolled him off.
Or his momentum rolled him off because...
And the referee counted. Yeah, so I mean... So watching it back on TV, it made more sense. But so that would have been the only real criticism I had of the match. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The crowd were all for this. I mean, throughout the whole thing, we were singing "We Hurt People," much to my wife's annoyance. Because she fucking hates that.
Oh, yeah.
Although, I mean, there was some... I mean, at one point, I did feel like maybe the crowd were taking over with some of the silly chants, but it was just good fun, though.
Yeah.
It was just
I did wonder, are they doing what...
Are we entertaining ourselves?
Yeah, are we entertaining ourselves?
No, I mean, it was only 15 minutes again.
Yeah.
This was good fun again.
And also, one thing I've got to say, a little bit of a knock on this match. The Hurt Syndicate found a way to lose the title belts
without getting pinned.
Not just without getting pinned, but like they weren't anywhere near the ring when it happened. They got taken out by Ricochet. I've
been hearing reports that they're not wanting to. I mean, have we got another like Aleister Black situation?
I know. I believe that probably is what we've got. Now, I would like to think that what in Bobby Lashley's head, what he's really thinking to himself is that, like, I want my first pinfall loss in WWE to really mean something. Because Shelton Benjamin, he's been in the sea too. He's lost a bunch.
Yeah.
He didn't win that tournament, which means he needed to have been pinned at least 3 or 4 times. So Bobby Lashley's probably eyeing up a Swerve or a Hangman, and it's probably going to be that's the person that he's going to do the first job to. Because I'm sorry, Bobby Lashley, I like you as a professional wrestler, but I do not think that you are AEW main event material.
I think he can carry a main event match. I don't think he's the guy to hold the title and carry the company.
No. So, like, All Out.
I think possibly something for him. That unified title might be something good for him. At some point.
Yeah. I think
especially now
Okada will be
especially now we're losing a few people to like for surgeries and stuff. So, but that might be why they've lost it, because now they're going to push. Now we've got a couple of people out. Maybe they're going to do the Bobby Lashley singles thing. Maybe
get him on that TNT
but
train.
I mean, a shock win. Wouldn't have saw that coming, but a great match again.
Very much looking forward to the matches that Brody King and Bandido will have against, especially a lot more of like the lighter weight tag teams, your Top Flights, your Jet Speeds, that sort of thing. Yeah,
it's like good fun. And then we had.
Tell you what, actually, we have got 4 left. How are you doing for beer?
I've run out of my beer.
Right, let's plug the socials then.
I'm going to plug the
I
socials.
have made sure that I have put the beer in a easily reachable position for you. So,
Okay.
cool. Right.
So while Lee heads back downstairs to get some beer, I will plug the social media. We are at LOB Wrestling on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads. You can find us at LOB Wrestling on all of those. We are going to try and post a bit more, but yeah, if you follow us on there, we'll post when videos go live, because we do make shorter content out of these longer podcasts now. But hopefully all of you are listening to the whole podcast, so you don't have to watch those little ones. Anyway, also, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are also on Spotify. So if you don't have the YouTube Premium and you just want to listen to our soothing tones, you can go onto Spotify there. Or alternatively, if you're on Spotify, we are also on YouTube, and we are posting smaller stuff of all our content. So that's it. Again, at LOB Wrestling on all those socials. Now, Lee said all that beer was at the front of the fridge, and he's still not back. So, I can hear some stairs. That seemed to be perfect timing. I managed to waffle on for just the right amount of time. He is back with beer.
Oh.
Are we having this? I am having the same beer again. This was quite a nice beer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A little side note on my British breweries. I am really liking these small town breweries. Like, you get the posh ones, the trendy ones, the ones that do your hazy New England IPAs and that. But these ones like Nevergate is really good. Also, there's a place that I discovered for work in a little town called Bridport called
These
Palmer's.
both Navigate, are they? They're both.
Both Navigate. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I very much enjoy proper traditional British brewing. But proper traditional Japanese wrestling could be personified by Kazuchika Okada, who defeated Swerve Strickland by a pinfall for the AEW Unified Championship.
Yeah. Now that I want to split up, because we was a bit confused watching it as to where Prince Nana was.
Yeah.
Upon rewatching on telly, they did state that this was under continental rules.
No one at ringside.
Yeah, because obviously I was confused because Don Callis was he was commentating, so he technically wasn't ringside.
So he's got a role to play.
So I was confused, but no, because another thing, they say the continental rules, but I thought the whole point of unifying these championship was to just do away.
Well,
with this, because that's another thing that's really irking me is the fact that you see Don Callis walking out with those two old belts.
Yeah. So how they have justified that on Dynamite is they said because Kazuchika Okada, who was the holder of the Continental Crown, beat Kenny Omega, who had the International Championship, the rules of the Continental Crown are being carried over to this new belt.
Oh, okay. So, but see, that's what I'm confused. So what happens with the next Continental Classic? Is this belt, this unified belt,
I imagine it is going to be the prize for the Continental Classic.
So every year, whoever's the champion of this belt is going to have to put it up in that tournament.
Or, at the very least, get a shot at it, a full gear or something.
I think that would make more sense, because obviously you've got the Owen, which gives you a shot at the thingy, so the winner of the Continental Classic should give you a shot at this one.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. But, so that was a thing. But actually, so let's get into the match. Okada versus Swerve Strickland, which, it was a good match.
Yeah.
It was another good solid...
This was, I believe, where me and you hit the wall.
I was starting to hit the wall at this point. I think I hit it more in the next match.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Because when it first got up, and the first series of moves that these two were doing, because Swerve Strickland is an absolute effing genius, I was like, oh, okay, no, this is going to be my match of the night so far.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit fatigued by it in the end, because I was just willing Swerve Strickland. Because this was if we were doing predictions and doing I don't know, maybe a fantasy prediction league, or maybe we were putting something on the line. Swerve would have been my ace in the hole, as I am certain he is going to win this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought until a few days ago when I read the reports that apparently he's been nursing a torn meniscus.
Yeah. So hopefully, what happens is that after the... Because like Will Ospreay, that we discussed earlier, there was an angle at the end of this match that has written off Swerve Strickland for a while.
Well, plus he was working the leg the whole match. Selling the leg.
Mm.
And even on the... I think it was either Dynamite or Collision before, he was selling the knee as well.
Mm.
So they've definitely built it up. But apparently he's been nursing this injury since he left WWE. I heard.
So...
Which, I mean, I don't really know about torn meniscuses. I don't really know about...
Oh, we are not doctors.
No. I mean, I know he wouldn't have been able to walk around on an ACL. I don't really know what the meniscus... But yeah, so apparently he's been nursing it for a while, so he's getting it fixed now, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
hopefully he's back in time for Wrestle Dream, which takes place in his hometown. Yeah. At which point, I'm really hoping he becomes the unified champion.
Yeah.
Or maybe even world champion. Him versus Hangman, finally, for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm getting ahead of myself. I
mean, this was another good, solid match. I mean, there wasn't a lot of crazy spots to make note of. But, I mean, this was like smack bang in the middle of the card, wasn't it? It was just a good, solid match. Mainly there seemed to be really to write Swerve off of TV now, to be fair. It was good fun all round. I don't really have much else to add to that one, really. I mean, it's Swerve and Okada. You got what you expected, to be fair.
I loved the fact that this was all about their big moves and trying to avoid the hell out of them. Like, I think Okada tried the Rainmaker, maybe a dozen times before he actually hit it. And then even then, Swerve kicked out. Just absolutely fantastic.
Did he kick out of a Rainmaker? I thought the first time he'd done the Rainmaker, he pinned him.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only remember one.
This is not one of the ones that
he did a few short arm clotheslines, but not the actual.
Oh, okay, not the actual
Rainmaker.
Right, okay, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
As far as I can remember, I mean, I only watched it again last night.
Yeah.
No, good. You got what you paid for with this one,
absolutely.
really.
I mean, like now that I've got a little bit more time. Absolutely, this is going to be priority number one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to go on my match of the year list or anything.
No.
But it was just a working, like a cog in the wheel that was this like great show from top to bottom. It was just like another solid match on a solid show.
Absolutely,
yeah. And then we got a timeless Toni Storm taking on Athena. In another great women's match from Toni Storm.
Absolutely.
I mean, the girls really pulled it out on this show, to be fair. This was great. A bit Athena with Billy Starks. Billy Starks played a role perfectly.
Massively.
Taking a Storm Zero on the outside instantly. Being gone for about like the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, once again, 15-minute match. The long matches did not feel long, and the short matches did not feel short.
No. They I mean, that's the thing, I didn't grow tired watching any of the matches.
No.
I mean, I was by the time this one came along, I was feeling a bit tired, but then this is, with the pay-per-view was 4.5 hours, and we had an hour pre-show. So this was about 5 hours in at this point. And I hadn't really had anything to eat or anything since our lunch, so, yeah. But, I mean, I started waking up again. But, yeah, this was good fun. Athena's great. I mean, why she's been stuck on Ring of Honor for 3 years, I don't know. I don't know why she's been stuck on Ring of Honor for 3 years. Just get her off Ring of Honor. Like, ever drop that, I mean...
Drop it to Billy. Do the storyline right now. Drop it to Billy, because you can't go 1,000 days and not drop it to somebody else. Just that would turn me right off.
Drop it to Billy Starks, because and let her carry the Ring of Honor thing, because that's what Ring of Honor should be, a developmental thing. Athena, why Athena is
top 3 for me in the women's division.
There's plenty of girls that can be in Ring of Honor and wrestle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if some of them shouldn't really be on Ring of Honor, let's be honest.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Deonna Purrazzo feels like she's in bloody purgatory right now.
Yeah, the only problem is, though, as I was saying, you look further back down this card, and there's so many more women that I'd rather watch than Deonna Purrazzo or what's the other girl's name?
Taya Valkyrie.
Taya Valkyrie, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because, even though they could be pushed up to this level, it's just they lost their momentum.
But right now, the main events in Ring of Honor is being strangled by Athena.
Yeah.
You can free that up, elevate more people, give them a few more reps, get them TV ready on ROH, and have Athena in main event matches with Toni Storm, with Mercedes Moné, with Statlander, with Willow versus Athena.
Yeah.
On a main stage.
I'm not being funny. Let's get some women's tag team titles in there.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not being funny. Like, if you've got your main event scene, you've got your TBS title scene, but then we saw earlier all them girls in that eight woman tag on the pre-show. Let's put a tag title on there.
Yeah.
You know, you could have the Triangle of Madness or a team. You've got Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne tag team. Now you've got a place for Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie to wrestle. Mm-hmm. It just makes sense.
It does.
It just makes sense. Bring in a women's tag team title. You know, and have it similar to like how WWE do theirs, where they have it like defended over all the three shows, because they don't have a women's NXT one, do they? Tag title anymore?
No, well...
They just have the one tag title for all the shows, don't they?
Yeah, it's the one thing that floats between all of the shows.
Yeah, so do that. Do that with the women. You've got enough women to carry it easily. You know, because I'm not being funny. That match at the beginning could have been for a four-way for the tag... An 8-woman four-way for the tag team championship.
Yeah.
You know, so you have got things. So that's all I'll say about that. But this was another great performance by Toni Storm. Athena deserves to be on the main roster. Billy Stark, I think Billy Starks is fantastic as well. From watching her on AEW Dark a few years back.
This division is stacked. How fucking stacked is this division?
It is.
I tell you what, I don't think, and this goes for the men's division as well, we can't carry on having champions hold belts for entire years. We need to start swapping these championships around just a little bit.
Well, I don't mind having
a little bit more often.
If you've got a champion with the belt for a long time, as long as the other ones are changing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I mean, it was all right MJF having the title for the long time, because you had the
TNT and the Unified,
the TNT and the
International
were changing exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, speaking of this women's, I think this is a better women's division than NXT now.
Yeah.
By a long shot now.
I mean, NXT got gutted, and unfortunately...
Never recovered.
It hasn't recovered, and I don't think that for all of the gutting WWE main roster did, they haven't done anything. Where is Stephanie Vacour right now?
She's going to be challenging for the world title on Clash of Paris.
She's not on Clash of Paris anymore.
Is she not?
No, because it's Naomi.
Naomi.
And they've taken that storyline, they've transplanted it into something completely different.
I thought they would have just made her fight in whatever the match for the vacant title.
At least the last time I checked, actually, we might talk about Clash in Paris just a little bit, because it is coming up. Obviously, don't get too distracted.
I mean, I know she's not having her match against Naomi, but I just would have assumed they would have had her fight.
Nope, nowhere near on this card. No, it is Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. We will talk about this when it comes.
If we want to, yeah. Okay, well, Stephanie Vacour was getting a push, and Julia is the United States champion, but you don't see them on TV really, which is the problem. So. But you're starting to see these girls on AEW TV now, which is great. So, yeah. So another great match for Toni, and then we get into the official main event before the thingy of Hangman Page taking on MJF for the AEW World Championship. This was awesome.
This was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I gave a match of the year. First half of the year, first 6 months, their first clash, which really kind of set this one up, I put in my top 10 of the year. It's probably not going to be in my top 10 of the year by the end of the year. I don't think this one's going to make it either. But, for me, this is why these two are the two top people in this company.
Yeah, this was a solid match. A solid performance for both. It was a very good title defence for Hangman Page to have.
And this got us right. We talk about us flagging. I think, especially towards the end of this match, they got us right back into it. I was
hyped, so hyped back into getting into this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was great. Watching Hangman Page live is a treat. Watching MJF live is a treat.
Listening to MJF go, holy fuck, or whatever he says whenever he takes a back body drop.
Yeah. What was he got powerbombed and he was like, oh shit, or whatever. Yeah. Which is another great thing about the being in the O2.
Yeah.
You know, it was like you could hear the wrestlers when they were screaming stuff out to the crowd and things like that.
I've never seen somebody sell with his words so much as MJF does.
Yeah. But I mean, this was something I was pleased with, because this is the type of thing that Hangman Page didn't get on his first run.
Yeah, he did not get. I mean, and don't get me wrong.
I mean, I know it technically weren't in the main event again.
Yeah, we can joke all we like about unsanctioned matches, lights out, and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, Will Ospreay did get the main event on this show.
And rightly so, because I'm not being funny. I don't think this would have been able to really follow a mad cage match like that.
No.
Anyway. And also, we're in London, and it's Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about now is that the next one is going to be in Toronto, and that is Edge and Christian's hometown.
Yeah,
so I'm really hoping that Adam Page does not have to sit.
I think AEW will probably put them on first again like this to set the tone with the thing.
And let's face it, it's a lot less likely that it's going to main event the show now, because it probably won't be for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, unless my prediction about CMLL's anniversary show.
No, I think you'll probably have Adam Copeland open that again. You know, because that was just a great way to start a show. That was just a great way to start a show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, this was a great main event for Hangman. This is a great match. And something I don't really remember him having matches like this on his title run.
No.
I don't really remember.
No, I mean, like, you know, he had
was he champion when he fought when he done the time limit draw with Bryan Danielson? But that was a TV match though as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a Grand Slam. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
like the only one I really remember Hangman Adam Page getting on a pay-per-view was him versus Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Which, you know, at the time, Tony Khan was trying to push as the Forever feud. Yeah. He was trying to be Adam Page versus Adam Cole. But I think
this is,
and let's face it, this is the better one.
Yeah.
It's Adam Page versus MJF.
Yeah.
This is going to be what WWE want you to think Cena Orton is.
Yeah. But yeah, you've said that. You've made that comparison a few times.
Yeah.
You must believe it to be true.
I believe it to be true, yes, Dave. I believe it to be true.
We don't bullshit on this. No. We don't bullshit on this podcast.
No. There are certain opinions you will hear me say over and over and over again just because they're like my core opinions, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
The other one is that Natalya Hart in WWE should absolutely fucking be much better used than what she is.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff outside.
Yeah, and that stuff is amazing, and she could be doing that for WWE.
Well,
but once again, like Karrion Kross, she does all her best stuff outside of their shitty system.
Well, speaking of outside, how are we doing for time? Because I believe that wraps up our AEW Forbidden Door talk.
We're at 1 hour and 12 minutes.
We can talk a bit about some news, because there has been some news in the outside wrestling world.
Should we just quickly talk about Clash in Paris before we move on to that disgrace that happened at the weekend?
Do we really want to talk about
John Cena versus Logan Paul? Why the hell are you wasting one of John Cena's final matches with this cretin?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you believe Logan Paul is going to bring to you in the future, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so.
A match I don't care about, really.
I mean, what he could bring to us in the future is, more scandal and felony charges, but Sheamus
Rusev, don't care.
Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, I would like to care about a lot more, but
I don't care.
They made it about the fucking shoes.
They're fighting over shoes. Couldn't give a shit.
Like, I'm sorry. I know that people like pop over like the fact that he became the what is it? The tribal thief or whatever. But this match could be just really great if they just have an absolute hoss fight instead of it. The shoes, in this instance, are having the same effect on me as the friendship bracelet did in
CM Punk.
Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella.
I don't care.
What on earth is that even?
Yeah.
This is... And you know what?
Well, you missed the 4-way as well. You didn't.
I was going to talk about that last because that I actually have some interest in.
Oh, considering I have no interest in any of this show,
yeah,
you might as well speak your mind of something that might interest you. Because at the moment, that doesn't really pique my interest.
I mean, Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I mean, I know that Seth Rollins' booking recently has been quite mediocre, very, treading water, and that the new faction that he's got had so much promise, but they have become the new Death Riders.
The only reason why that's watchable is because Bron Breakker's in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bron Breakker, not even on this card properly, probably will get himself involved in a lot of the matches. But yeah, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I know Roman Reigns will probably, the next WrestlePalooza or whatever the hell they're calling it, probably will face Bron Breakker then. But yeah, as it stands... Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight. Obviously, I'm going to tell you that I wish that Jey Uso and LA Knight were nowhere near this, but
I don't mind LA Knight.
Oh,
I don't mind. I find him more entertaining than the other fucking three.
I mean, don't
as
get
a
me
personality,
wrong.
Jey Uso just sounds like a bumbling idiot half the time, and then I got to watch his entrance for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the piss break for a WWE show just before a Jey Uso match, because you've got 20 minutes of shit before Jey Uso comes out, then you've got another 20 minutes of him getting to the ring.
We are sounding like such a bloody tribalist podcast right now.
Yeah. Do you know what the good thing about this pay-per-view is? There's 5 matches on here, and I could probably watch it in about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's probably the only good thing about it. I
mean, as something that they use to try and counter-program, take ticket sales... away from WWE.
I want to talk about counter programming because I watched that Heatwave.
Yeah.
If that was supposed to counter program, I'm doing you can't see me, but I'm doing the bunny ear thing. Counter program, quote unquote, the AEW show.
Yeah.
What a fucking piss poor excuse for a counter programming. What the... I mean, for a start, it weren't even on at the same time. Let's be fair.
Go off, Dave. Go off.
It weren't even on at the same time because, didn't that start like something East? What time did that start? Like, it was obviously Eastern or American time. So, I mean, our show had finished at 11 Greenwich Standard Time, which would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, which would have been, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 o'clock their time. So it would have finished about 6 p.m. Eastern. So that heatwave probably wouldn't have even started. So for a start, it weren't even on at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
So they've just put on an NXT show, which was fucking shit for no reason, really. It was just crap.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
I mean, here's the thing. They are going to, in the next few months, start airing on a network, on a streaming service that is currently 3 times more expensive than Peacock.
Yeah.
They cannot get away with these mediocre 5-match blatantly B cards anymore. If you are going to be asking 30 quid a month
to pay for that, it's just the PLEs on ESPN, isn't it?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. And that's the thing. To watch everything that WWE now produces, you need I believe you still probably need a cable subscription. You need Netflix.
So you need the cable to watch SmackDown and NXT.
Yeah, I think so. You might actually...
Oh, no, SmackDown's on... So, the cable network, CW's on cable. Is that cable or is that network?
I actually think that's network as well, yeah. So, no, you don't need a cable... you don't need a cable subscription. But you do need Netflix, Peacock, and ESPN.
Right, yeah.
So, that is altogether... I'm going to make a conservative estimate and say that is 90 quid a month.
Exactly. And to watch AEW, you can watch that on network television, or you can have HBO Max.
Yeah.
And then you just got to pay for the pay-per-views. Which, to be honest...
Conservative estimate, 60 quid a month. Yeah,
to be honest, I mean, I don't know how much that it works, but we're paying 20 quid for them pay-per-views. The latest one was 15 quid, but it was 15 to...
Forbidden Door for us
that's going to be on ITV
quid,
as well for free.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So to watch the wrestling in the UK, we need to... For WWE, we just need a Netflix subscription. Mine's about £12, I think. So it's £12 a month, and I get to watch everything WWE.
Yeah.
And then to watch AEW, technically I can watch it for free.
Yep, it is. Everything is on
ITV, which is a free network channel
for the
UK.
us. Yeah.
Oh, the only thing is, it's about 3 days delayed.
Yeah.
So
you do have to put up with that.
So we both have the AEW Plus on Triller TV,
which is £5 a month.
No, it's about £7.
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah, it's about £7 a month.
£7 a month, yeah.
£7 a month, but we get all the AEW. We can watch everything backdated.
Yeah.
You know, including some old pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Now, and then on top of that, we just have to pay for the pay-per-views every month, which, you know, AEW do one a month, not fucking 6 like WWE doing. So I mean, you know, I'm paying £12 for Netflix, which I had anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, the WWE, I'm not paying any extra for WWE. So I mean, I'm just paying £7 a month for all those AEW shows and 15-20 quid for a pay-per-view.
And then have a look at how much the WWE's...
And now look what you've got to pay for WWE.
And now look what you have to pay for the seats to go to one of their shows. How much was them Forbidden Door per person?
Was it about 150 this time? It was a bit cheaper this time.
Yeah.
It was between 150 and 200 quid. A seat was. Which is a hell of a lot cheaper than what that would have cost for a WWE show.
Exactly.
Because how much? Because you had a look to go to the Cardiff one a few years back.
Yeah.
Didn't you? And I think the cheapest seat was 500 quid or something.
Yeah.
At the time.
500 quid to sit in the nosebleeds.
And that was, what, 5-6 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see where it goes, because, I mean, I know WWE get their YouTube numbers. How many of those are real people? I don't know.
Oh, but let's face it. The thing that they're really trying to do with this, with Clash in Paris, is to try and take ticket sales away from Forbidden Door, which was a sellout. Yeah. They had to open up extra seats to meet the
Well, that's why they was
demand.
in Birmingham and stuff, weren't they? Yeah.
And it didn't work. It didn't work.
I think WWE are only hurting themselves with these kind of programs. We'll see, because apparently they're going to be putting John Cena versus Brock Lesnar directly against All Out, aren't they? Is what I've heard.
Yeah.
In that WrestlePalooza show.
Yeah, which is going to be that will be the first show on ESPN. So that will be one of the shows that you're going to have to pay the extra amount for, I believe. They might just be putting it on ESPN proper.
But the thing is, as well, most of these... I mean, look, if you're going to do it in the same town to take away ticket sales, that's a bit different. But, like, just running it on the same time, I'm not being funny. So for us, in the UK, Saturday night's main event was on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I can just watch my AEW program and then put YouTube on afterwards.
And go through all of the crap, because literally, if you watch it,
and then fast forward all the shit. Yeah.
If you watch it on YouTube, literally,
it's all adverts.
The adverts come up as blank screen.
Yeah.
So just scrub through the blank screen.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So I mean, for us and most wrestling fans, any proper wrestling fan who enjoys WWE and they're going to watch both shows anyway.
Yeah.
They'll either watch one live and then the other one afterwards.
Yeah.
And I bet most people are watching the WWE one afterwards because they can fast forward the crap.
Yeah. And it is
because they're all on some sort of stream.
Shorter than it would be usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, did you actually want to say something about that match? The four-way on Clash in Paris?
Do you know what? I think we've said plenty.
Yeah, it was fucking right.
I just think that they'll do some interesting multi-person moves that will be fun to watch.
Well, should we do Wrestle Club, and then I suppose we better finish on the fucking disgrace that happened afterwards, because we've got to talk about that. So we'll quickly scrub through. We'll just quickly
because I did have something in mind, but now that we have talked,
we've talked for an extended period of time. So let's do Wrestle Club. So you recommended me Flying Brian Pillman versus Jushin Thunder Liger from the first episode of Nitro. I watched it. It was good fun. I mean, it was a bit dated, dated now. I mean, it was nice to just watch a bit of history, because I did go on to watch a bit more of the Nitro, I didn't watch all of it. I got a bit tired, to be fair. But yeah, no, that was good fun. And what did I recommend you? I recommended you the Halloween Havoc match.
Yes.
Did you rewatch
Eddie
it?
Guerrero versus I literally first thing I did after you and Mer left. What an absolute fucking that is to see. I have seen old man Rey Mysterio for so long that I forgot what he was like in his prime.
Yeah.
What an absolute legend. Genuinely, like, you forget what people say that, oh, he's the greatest cruiserweight of all time, and then you think to yourself, well, is he as good as, like, Amazing Red or AJ Styles or Ricochet or Will Ospreay? And then you see this match and you're like, yes. Yeah. Yes,
I think another thing that Rey Mysterio did have going for him is he was wrestling the likes of Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis,
other people who could keep up with him.
Yes, super crazy.
Super crazy, yeah. Hoover 2 Guerrero. Yeah. Oh, God, I remember, Hoover 2 Guerrero, actually.
I mean, even the first taste of WCW. Even the WCW, after the WCW mid-card. Do you know what I mean? All those cruiserweights. You had Jericho and Benoit and stuff like that in there. And then those names carried on into the SmackDown 6 when he went to WWE. So he did have great things. But so there were a couple of good matches. So you got some recommendation for this week?
I do. Yes, so we were talking earlier about Johnny Saint and how people should look it up on YouTube. So I'm going to give everybody a head start. I literally just now Googled, put Johnny Saint into YouTube search engine, World of Sport. And the first thing that popped up, Johnny Saint versus Fit Finlay. Yes, please. I am absolutely going to introduce everybody to that. I do not know what this match is like. I have never seen it. I am going to watch it the same as the rest of you.
So we're going to find out together.
We're all going to find out together. This is going to be an absolute treat,
I was tempted to do that this week with a match that I hadn't watched just to put something that I did want to watch.
Oh, okay.
But I chickened out and went with something else.
So what was that one going to be?
Well, so I'm going to keep it Forbidden Door themed, and I'm going to go with, considering it popped up on my feed, because obviously AEW started putting their matches on YouTube now. So I'm going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy.
You've not seen that one?
No, I have seen it. I just thought I'd recommend it for the Wrestle Club. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. No, I was going to go with something because I was looking at some of the WCW stuff.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
But I didn't have time to vet it because normally I like to vet these matches before I recommend them.
Yeah. So,
because you've recommended this and it might be a fucking pile of shit. I doubt it will be, but it could be.
I mean, it's the top one, 180k views. Usually, if anything has made it from World of Sport to YouTube at all, then that is a seal of quality there.
I think Johnny Saint and Fit Finlay will probably be good.
But also, you get an opportunity to find out what was not just wrestling in the 80s like, but wrestling in the 80s in other countries.
British wrestling.
Because if you watch World of Sport, it is a different beast entirely from what they were producing in the then known as WWF.
I mean, I am a bit concerned though, Lee, because I'm looking at the picture.
I know,
and there is a man dressed as a
I
native.
Can see it, yes.
I will say that use the words Native American.
Yeah,
and this, so it might be a bit problematic.
Yes,
but
I mean, World of Sport, one of its biggest champions was a guy called Kendo Nagasaki, who was a British bloke who was white underneath the mask.
But he had a mask on, so he didn't really know. But anyway, check it out. We're going to check it out.
Yeah,
it will be in the link will be in the doobly doo down below, and also in the playlist.
But like I say, I am now scrolling through this the feed of everything Johnny Saint on YouTube, and now it's just like, I'm seeing Rollerball Rocco. I'm seeing Mick McManus. I'm seeing Ken Joyce. These are names I am not massively familiar with. But watching him pop up on Forbidden Door, watching McGuinness versus...
Most wrestling fans in recent years will know Fit Finlay.
And that's why I am recommending Fit Finlay before I'm recommending anything else.
Yeah.
Because I think this will give people the greatest amount of familiarity. Also, Johnny Saint versus Fit Finlay, you're talking about one of the greatest technical professional wrestlers ever, and also one of the greatest brawlers ever. Yeah. I want to see how Fit Finlay and his brawling style, the one that I really got to know in a WCW.
And Fit Finlay with a mullet as well, by looks of it.
Yeah.
So.
That thing, oh my god, we are in the 1980s now, bitches.
Johnny Saint versus Fit Finlay, being the doobly doing in the playlist. And also Zack Sabre Jr. versus Cassidy from Forbidden Door. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. It was the last couple of years anyway. It was recent. It didn't have the date on the video. I think it might
have been 2023, that one.
Okay. Well, it'll be in the description. It'll be in the description, and it'll be in the playlist. So go watch them. So
old orange bollocks.
So we've done. So we had a good time with Forbidden Door. We've had a good time. Have we had a good time recommending matches? I don't know. I'm having fun. But now we have to talk about some complete and utter bollocks.
We have to end on this note, do we, after that?
There are some... Fuck, man. You know what? There are some cunts around. I'm sorry, Ness. I've said the C word on the thing again.
But if you watch the footage, Ness, which honestly I don't recommend because it's fucking horrific.
Have you got the article up? Because I can't remember their names of these fucking people.
Oh, Raja Jackson and Psycho Stu.
Right, so... We had a thing with there's a wrestler called Psycho Stu, and basically, so how I came about this, it came up on my YouTube feed from a Maven Huffman video.
Yeah. Everyone was talking about this.
Everyone's been talking about this. I've seen the actual footage now. So apparently we got Raja Jackson, the son of what's his name? What's his dad's name?
Rampage Jackson.
Son of Rampage
Quentin
Jackson.
Rampage Jackson.
Famous UFC fighter. Is it Raja
this is
Jackson?
more about MMA than I have ever learned.
Yeah. Is this Raja Jackson? He's an MMA trained as well. He's an MMA.
I believe he tried to follow his
So Raja Jackson, son of Rampage Jackson, trained him. He went to a wrestling show. He was documenting the whole thing, and from what I can gather, is a wrestler named Psycho. What's his name?
Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu hit him with a beer can.
Yes.
It was a bit of a kerfuffle. Raja Jackson wasn't too happy.
Yeah.
Psycho Stu thought he was working.
Yeah.
Didn't realise that Raja Jackson wasn't a worker.
Gotta say though, just going up to somebody with a beer can, not cricket to me. Not cricket.
I mean, to be honest, probably deserved a slap.
Yeah.
Right. So
good. So Lord.
Anyway.
Good Lord.
So they were filming this, and so basically Raja Jackson was then booked to interfere in his match, and one of the guys told him to lay it in and give him a receipt.
Yeah.
Right. Bearing in mind, Raja Jackson isn't a wrestler, so what his idea of a receipt is not the idea of a receipt. So he's entered the match, he's grabbed Psycho Stu in a basically like leg takedown position, lifted him up and slammed him.
And now apparently... that slam was so hard he was knocked out from that alone.
He basically hit his head as he slammed, whiplash, and he was knocked out cold. At which point Raja Jackson then mounted Stu and started punching him in the face. For real, like not worked punches, full on punching to an unconscious man who wasn't protecting himself. Yes. This went on for a good minute or so.
Apparently the punches went into the dozens.
Yeah, into the dozens. This went on for a good while before anyone started to try and pull him off.
I mean, I can only imagine if you are those people. The only excuse you've got is like being a deer caught in headlights. Look, you just can't believe all I can say is right. I
mean, it is on YouTube. Most of the time, it's blurred out. You can find the footage.
I have seen.
Seen the footage. To be honest, I'm surprised this guy ain't dead. Like, if this is a trained MMA fighter punching you full on in the face like that, like
apparently. He's still in hospital and his condition is not great still.
Yeah.
There are possibilities that there will be complications that arise from this and he will die in the future.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, this Raja Jackson needs to go to prison.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is like, that's attempted murder.
You know from the first one you've hit that this guy is utterly unconscious.
Yeah.
And you have continue Willie punching him.
No, I mean, this is...
Do you know what this reminds me of, actually, Dave? Why don't you regale us of the time that your dad told you that I know wrestling is fake because of this thing?
Oh, yeah, when the unprotected punch is on the 10 count.
Yeah, on the turnbuckle. Yeah.
And this is the exact opposite.
So, right, if you go... Right, so your dad told you that when somebody put a wrestler in the corner, stood above them and hit them 10 times in the face... Yeah. Your dad told you that there's no way...
Yeah, that would kill someone.
Yeah, that would kill somebody. This is what that looks like in real life.
Yeah. This is
it's absolutely horrific.
This is the most one of the most shocking things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in
I
wrestling.
believe that he absolutely needs to go to prison. I believe that anybody involved in that wrestling promotion who had the duty of care to their wrestlers also needs to be...
What gets me is, if you see the footage, right, one wrestler gets on and stops him eventually.
Yeah.
But there's about 4 or 5 wrestlers around.
Yeah.
And no one jumped in and stopped it. Like I mean, why did, now can you compare this to footage from, the Attitude? You've seen the footage where, a fan would jump in the ring and the referee would fucking lay into him. There was one where I think a fan jumped on Stone Cold. You had Triple H, who was his opponent, and Earl Hebner fucking were on him straight away and got him out. There's videos where the fans would jump in and Macho Man's beat the shit out of someone because the fans... And you're just like, where is that gone? The wrestlers looking after each other, because I know fans don't really jump in the ring that anymore, but that is still a possibility in an indie show like this.
And I'm not being funny. The kind of atmosphere and the kind of environment that indie show must be in the first place for a guy to think that it's all right to just walk up to a guy who's facing away from him and hit him with a beer can in the first place can't be a great one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't condone that.
They must all be they must all think of themselves as tough guys.
Yeah, I mean, I can't condone that, but I mean, I know the guy hit him with a beer can.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to excuse anything.
I mean, maybe look, he's knocked him out and give him a couple of quick digs.
Yeah.
But obviously this guy has just fucking been raging for the whole time since that thing happened earlier in the day. That he's just sawn red and just as
everything is on. He has filmed himself. He has live blogged himself, and all of this was available on his streaming feeds.
If you watch the footage of them before the match and stuff. You could see he was agitated. So at no point, none of the other blokes they should have turned around and said, "Hang on, no, we're not going to go through with this."
I mean, frankly, it genuinely seems to me that Rajah Jackson's sanity has been slowly slipping away from him for what must be a period of months. Because all he's talking about is that no one's going to make a bitch out of me again. No one's going to make me look like a bitch. Oh, I'm going to take this guy out. It's been my dream to take out a professional wrestler and just absolutely pummel him. And that's exactly what he's done. He has filmed himself saying this stuff, and then he has carried it out.
Yeah,
this guy, if he shouldn't be in prison, he needs to be in a mental facility.
Yeah, he needs to be locked up.
Yeah.
Because... I'm not being funny. It's all there on cap. This is premeditated.
Yeah,
he knew he was going to go in. And hurt him.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and but the thing is, he knocked him out with the slam. Now, if you're, it's one thing you knocked him out with a slam. Maybe you haven't realised now you've given him a couple of digs as your receipt, right? But there's 20 odd punches gone in on there, and he would have carried on had he not been stopped. He would have carried on.
Yes,
he got stopped eventually. Yes. I mean. So he needs to be sorted out. That promotion, WWE have cut ties with that indie promotion because it was part of their ID system.
Oh, they need to be heavily investigated. And frankly, I think that
I think this is Rikishi's promotion. This promotion,
so I know he puts money into it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he himself has a duty. Anybody there at that venue who had a duty of care towards their wrestlers,
he should stop stop putting his money into it. If you're putting your name on that shit, that's bad.
It is just. I
mean, to be honest, the other wrestlers need to look in the mirror as well because none of them got on and stopped that from happening.
Yeah, and some of them, and some people who are prominent members of the wrestling community. Some people I am extremely disappointed in. Have you seen what Rob Van Dam has said about this situation?
No.
He said that Psycho Stu had it coming.
Well, he might have had a dig coming. He didn't have fucking being nearly killed though. Yeah. I agree. No, I mean the slam.
Yeah,
couple of punches. Yeah, but the guy's unconscious and can't protect himself. That's not a receipt.
That's not a receipt. No,
that's not a receipt. Yeah, he had a couple of punches. I agree. He had a couple of punches coming. He didn't have to. He didn't have to be
exactly.
Though.
And I'm just I've just seen what some people have had to say about this, and I don't. It's not increased my respect for him.
I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
He had a punch worthy of being knocked the fuck out for what he done.
Yeah.
But not to be knocked out and then pummeled to within an inch of your life.
21 punches while a man is unconscious.
Yeah.
Is unconscionable.
You don't get that in the UFC.
No.
The referees stop that. Them little referees are big in it, like they stop that. Why none of them big beefy wrestlers?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Like, I mean, none of them jumped in to stop that.
One
they were
of
scared.
One of them was a massive bloke as well.
And he done it. Yeah, he came great and stopped them. But like, there was about 3 other ones who was in the ring. Oh, yeah, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. He needs to. That Raja needs to be locked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's.
It is maybe the worst incident that I have seen in a ring.
In sport.
Yeah.
In any sport.
Yeah.
And I've seen Eric Cantona fly kick a fan.
Yeah.
And I wasn't as outrageous. I've seen Mike Tyson bite a man's ear off.
Yeah.
And even that, at least that man could defend himself.
Yeah, it didn't look like I was watching somebody literally try to kill another human being.
I mean, this is nearly as bad as mass transit incident.
Yeah,
this is on that sort of level.
Yeah, the thing with the mass transit incident though is that the footage is not as clear as this is.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, this is as liberty taken as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
Terrible.
Yeah. Well.
Oh God, how do we sign off after that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because you cut me off. I noticed you pressed the stop button before I could swear at him last week. Listening back to it,
I thought we caught it.
No, you pressed the button before I did it.
Oh, okay.
I was most upset. So
I have to have a look at that. Yeah.
Maybe I just don't swear at people anymore. Maybe I just swear at Raja Jackson because he's a twat. Like, I don't know. Tell him. Yeah, go and fuck off. Fucking knob. Fucking. I'm dripping with beer all over the fucking place now. It's got an hole in my lip. Go on, stop the fucking podcast, Lee, before I fucking spill my beer. I'm so enraged.